Hello everyone, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Crusader Kings II in our Lord of the Scots series. I have got a few things to talk to you guys about. Again. This is what happens when my schedule is kind of crazy and I don't have the ability to actually pre-record in advance, and I'm kind of recording day by day, which should really never happen when you're a doctoral student, but I'm doing what I can to get back on top of doing some pre-recording. Anyway, so today, if you're watching this live, if you're watching this in the backlog, doesn't matter, but if you're watching this, I've made so many comments like that lately, haven't I? Like, they're probably getting, like, to sound like broken record stuff to the people actually watching the backlog. I apologize for that, but I've had a lot of timeline and schedule maintenance stuff to do, so please bear with me. If you're watching this live, then there will be 2 episodes. This should be airing at 11 a.m., and then there will be another one at 12. Again, that's Eastern Daylight Time, or GMT minus 4. So just as a heads up, you'll have double the CK2 to enjoy today, because I have to catch up. We had a day where there was not an episode, and I want to make sure the schedule stays on track with just the way I have my series relating to each other. Also, I have got a comment pulled up from one Dragatus, and several others of you, as usual, commented as well with some excellent feedback. But this one particular comment just covers 16 amazing points of learning for me. Some things I kind of knew, some things I didn't know at all. And of course, I try to rotate and have comments from different people throughout the series pulled up. But in this particular case, I'm going to yield to my good advisor, Dragatus, on some of the things that I might be able to do in the series, in this episode, really. First of all, I found out that you do, in fact, have the ability, if you look at the king, there it is, line of succession, agnatic, cognatic, primogeniture, which means, because of the cognatic part, I believe, that if there are no children left in that kingdom that are male of the heir, and the only remaining heir, children of the king, and the only remaining heir to the throne is female, the female can in fact inherit, which helps our plan in terms of bringing these new titles into the realm through marriage, because of course we have betrothed our grandson, who is not Murray, but where's our grandson? Oh, it's Macbeth. Yeah, of course, our heir. I used to think that was my son, but that is in fact our grandson. Macbeth. He is betrothed, is actually married now to Christina, who could potentially get a title. So her siblings are the 3 grandchildren of the current king of Mercia. So, what we're going to do, first of all, I'm going to switch my focus away from rulership, because rulership might be causing some stress. I'm going to switch my focus to, what was it, intrigue? Intrigue. Hang on, reading comments. Yep, intrigue. We're going to do that. We can't change focus until... Okay, we actually can change focus this episode. Let me unpause things, and we're going to do that. That should enable me to spy, potentially even spy on those kids, which could even enable me to abduct them. In the meantime, another thing I'm going to be doing is waiting for the possibility of building up just one more... Hey, there was a successful crusade for Andalusia. Awesome. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to wait for the possibility of having just one more retinue that I can raise, and then oh, hello. I'm going to put myself in personal command of it. And then I'm going to send it down to Warwick, so that my plot to kill the child, because the plot is at less than 100% power, actually has something of a chance at succeeding. All right, you guys all go over there, please. Go tell those guys what for. Or rather, give those guys what for. You know what I meant. So we're going to... Oh, those guys... Oh, wow. Wow, that was... Your morale went down quickly. That is the definition of getting your ass kicked. Alright, so the rest of you guys need to be disbanded. You can stay active and hang out in gallery. So yeah, we need one more retinue, really, because I want to keep this retinue around. I don't want to split this one up. This is a powerful retinue. It's been doing a good job of defending, and it can't really get much smaller. Oh, wait, hang on. The cook complained to me about my grandson Murray's temper tantrums. Apparently he punched her son in the face again. Hasn't this happened already? We've done this with him. So did he regain wrath, or is this another child? This must be another child. Because I know there was one kid I was really, really excited. No, it wasn't Duncan. Maybe it was Duncan. Duncan is kind. No. Because it's someone that we're in charge of. It's a ward. It has to have been Murray. I feel like this event's already fired. This is weird. All right, well, we're going to encourage him to be patient. Good. He gained the patient trait, which evidently he didn't have before. I'm so confused. All right. This is what I get for not recording more than one episode at a time and losing a little bit of sense of flow. But that's fine. We're going to do what we can to get the schedule back on track. So anyway, we kill these guys. I was recently reminded that oh my god, look at all these raiders over here. This is crazy. Will you guys hurry up and just settle down and form like proper kingdoms over there and stop raiding me? It would be nice. I'd appreciate it, because this is a little bit silly. You know what? I can hold a feast. So I'm going to hold a feast. So many raiders. I've got the game on speed 3, so a lot of things are firing at once. But so be it. Offer my patronage, that's fine. So we're sending some... Spend lavishly on food. Sure. We're sending some large armies down to defend against this nonsense. Well, I don't like you either. Don't like you either. Don't like you either. Okay, I don't like you either. Or you. Go away. If you don't want to come to my feast and be fed delicious things, then so be it. Friend. Or as Anton Chigurh would say in No Country for Old Men, friendo. Hey! Okay, so Earl Ruaturk of Orkney and I have just become great friends. Okay. Here's the dude snoring and falling into his plate. Poor guy. I had great fun, and so did everyone else. Wonderful! The feast was a success. Alright, let's go ahead and unite these armies. Send them to fight. Oh, look, you're running. Wait. Finally! Finally! Our Chancellor accomplishes something. We're going to lose a good amount of gold, and we can afford to lose that prestige. But we officially have a claim on the county of Durham, which is great. We can finally expand our territory a little bit more. Ooh, this looks new. The Jomsvikings, a band of fierce Vikings, have established a warrior brotherhood in Wolgast along the Baltic coast. Based in a castle known as Jomsborg, these Jomsvikings are devoted to Thor, Odin, and the other Norse gods. They brook no quarter on the battlefield and will permit only the strongest and ablest warriors amongst their number. Though there are those who would dismiss them as simple brigands, the Jomsvikings have vowed to defend all Norse lands being encroached by Christendom or other foreign religion. Let us hope those zealots steer clear of us. Indeed, I'm being raided enough, as we have just seen. Alright, so we fought those guys off. Let's fight these guys off too. No, you think you can get away, but you're not going to be able to. Oh, maybe you will. Okay, fine. Alright, let's go pay these guys a visit then. This is all a little bit nuts. Oh, hi. We'll send the retinue this way to take care of these guys. So this is the most raiding I have ever seen. I was getting frustrated previously by raiders, but I feel like it's gotten even more intense. It's like camping. Okay. Alright, so that battle is won. Let's go ahead and disband this army momentarily, because we need to disband our levies anyway. Alright, this retinue is fully regenerated. Now, we need to go ahead and declare for Durham. So now that we have that taken, what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to try to, once again, fabricate a claim on Warwick with this awesome Chancellor. One thing that was pointed out to me that I had never considered before, but we're going to try and do going forward, is if I can fabricate a claim for myself on the county of Warwick, which I declined several times, I should go ahead and accept it. And then that will give the Chancellor no option, if I keep him there, but to fabricate on the duchy. So it actually increases the likelihood that I will successfully fabricate a claim on the duchy, considering the fact that the Chancellor is so skilled. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed for that. Again, we already have some weak claims that we might be able to press, and we may also be able to gain this through inheritance. So we're really trying multiple different methods at once. If we can get a strong claim under the current king, which is not likely given how long he's got left to live, but we can do the same with Macbeth. If we can get the king, regardless of who it is, a strong claim on Warwick now, we can press it now and get a substantial boost in territory sooner. And how much territory would that be, by the way? It would be all of that, which would be pretty awesome. And then what about York? Who is in control of York? Interesting. Okay, so Countess of York. County of York. Duchy of Deira. Okay, the Duchy of Deira is held by King Eadulf as well. So, he has the petty kingdom of Mercia, and then the Duchy of Deira. So he owns basically all of that land, all this, and that's what we want. He owns Kent down there too, interestingly enough. But I think that might be a separate title. Hang on, let's have a look at that real quick. Now it's part of the petty kingdom of Mercia. If I were to get a claim on it, then I could declare a war for Kent. Which is nice, because that's one more little bit of territory. Again, we need to control 80%. 80%. So, anyway, are we free to change focus yet? I think we might be. No, 15th of August. So we're like a month away from it. Okay, cool. So I'm going to change to intrigue focus, then I'm going to try and spy on the kids, because spying on the kids is another way to possibly kill them off and ensure that our granddaughter, or not our granddaughter, the king's granddaughter, and Macbeth's wife eventually inherits, which would then, I mean, the kingdom would literally go to us. It would literally go to our family because she's married into our line. So that would be awesome. Oh yeah, special character actions. Let's see who's trying to kill us, because right now we have, this was another suggestion I got. You guys are just full of suggestions and advice, and it's amazing, and I appreciate it. Known plots. Kill... Now, who's this? King Talor. Duh. Okay, just wanted to make sure I had his name. Okay, so it's Onika Assez who's trying to kill me. Will you kindly stop it? Will you just knock it off? Okay, cool. She's no longer plotting to kill me. Just stop it. All right, it is now time to change focus. And we can go to intrigue, select that, which improves our intrigue skill and gives us the ability. Let's find out, is this possible? Can we spy? No, it does not appear we can spy on those characters. Who can we spy on? Yeah, we can spy on Patrick. Requirements, you have to be in a... Oh, okay. So, wait a minute. Well, I don't have the spy option here, so let's go back and look again. What are the three options? Is not a prisoner, is an adult, and is within diplomatic range. Why are these people not in diplomatic range? Question for next episode, or the one after that, because I'm going to try and record a couple right now, at least two. What's the deal? Don't understand that. Why are they not? I mean, they're right next to me. You would think if anyone would be a diplomatic range, it would be these guys. So yet another, hey, look, yet another CK2 mechanic that's not intuitive at all. Okay. Well, don't know what's going on there. But what we can do now is we can go ahead and, oh wait, Earl Serle is independent. Oh, cool. Alright, so we're going to claim Durham. So the petty king of Essex. And what's his 4 strength? I didn't realize that this wasn't an independent realm. It looks like it is, but it turns out it's actually allied. If I had looked closely, you can clearly see that there's a connection. The colors are exactly the same. So what's your 4 strength? Oh, it's crappy. Okay, you're not going to be able to stop me. Well, actually, wait. wait. Alright, so there's an alliance with the Count of Leon, who does have more men. Not as many as I have, so I think we'll be fine. But just worth keeping an eye on. I'm going to send my retinue... I just want to make sure I keep my retinue separate from everything, that all the forces I'm about to raise. But, okay, let's do this. Declare war, claim Durham, send. Alright, game is paused. Now let's go ahead and raise a bunch of troops. We're going to raise vassal levies. Personal levies. I don't think the tributary button does anything, of course. Unless, of course, I set up one of these countries as a tributary, which is possible. Okay, looks like we've actually got some visitors down here, so... I didn't even notice that was happening. I'm going to combine these forces and see if maybe... Actually, that's a perfect thing for my retinue to work on right now. I can send them down that way as well. Meanwhile, everyone else, hang on, I'll recombine. Where's my retinue? There you are. Alright, you need to go over here. Or just over there. You guys need to come down here as well. Where am I sending them again? Lothian. Yeah. To the one place where the army's not moving. That would be a good way to judge it, right? Okay. Oh, I love the CK2 soundtrack. So, Earl Geronimo. Oh, no! No! That was our awesome Chancellor. Murray, well, Murray just came of age. He's a Grey Eminence. He's strong. Actually, Murray is an awesome character. This is Macbeth's younger brother. He's actually... He's got better stats than Macbeth in a few areas, but Macbeth is a more well-rounded character. That's fantastic. Alright, so he became a Grey Eminence, which is a very nice diplomacy boost. So who knows, maybe he can be our new Chancellor. But we just lost our awesome Chancellor, so our chance to maybe fabricate... Alright, so the Earl of Kildare could be our replacement. Hang on, let's pause things for a second. He's a hedonist, but evidently that doesn't affect him negatively. So yeah, you're our best Chancellor, buddy. We're going to forbid you from leading troops, and I want you to go down and try and fabricate. I'm really nervous now that I'm not actually going to be able to fabricate a claim on the duchy. That was my whole objective, and it's been taken from me by the death of an old man. How dare you die in your old age? That's not supposed to happen. Oh crap, some raiders landed and... Okay, ignoring events. This is really annoying. Alright, so these guys are running. Of course they are. Let's see if we can pay these guys a visit. This looks like a losing battle, more or less. Yep, defeat. Okay, well, King Talord... Wow, holy crap, so much is happening in this episode. You have a new heir. That also means I think my war may have just ended. No, it's not ending. Alright, so you have a new heir, Duff. Now, Duff was strong, right? Yeah, Duff is strong. So the current heir is strong. King Talor is given up to the ghost. Given up the ghost at age 59, he died a natural death. Known to be kind, few had a bad word to say about him. A godly man, Talor is with the Lord now. King Macbeth, having mastered many skills, he is sure to be admired by his subjects. Long live King Macbeth. So be it. You have a new heir. If your character dies, you would now play as Duff. Queen Cecilia is no longer Spymaster. Okay, pause. Hold on a second. Everything changes. Okay, well, first of all, he's got the modifier that he expelled the Jews, but guess what? We've got a new king now, which means we can welcome the Jews. This will lose us some gold, but will gain us some prestige. Alright. Welcome back, Jews. That's the first action that he took. Now we have to pick an ambition for him. So maybe he already has a child, so we don't want to raise his fertility. Christina's got quite a nice little headdress going on there. So she's now the Queen of Scotland. Let's see. Let's have him amass wealth. Character focus. I guess we'll go back to intrigue, because he's got some really good stats. I mean, this is an awesome king that we've got for ourselves here. Now, what else can we do? We can't quite change crown authority just yet. What do we need? We need at least level 3 legalism. Are we not there yet? Oh, I mean, we could upgrade to it, but we should advance to it automatically, like, very, very soon. So I'm going to not worry about spending culture points on that. Okay, so what's happening? We're still at war with... Yeah, okay, that war is definitely still happening. I'm just getting my bearings. This is the first succession in quite a long time in terms of, you know, how long it's been since I've played a succession. I don't want to mess anything up. You should nominate successors for these titles. We're going to nominate Duff, who of course gets our vote. Okay, we have the right number of titles. Everything is good. 3 children lack a guardian. All right, let's fix that. We can let Murray... This is our... Princess Cecilia, our 15-year-old aunt. All right, well... Brother, teach her. Our 15-year-old uncle, Duncan. How is this... Wait a minute. So this is... Okay, yeah, this is another... This is a younger son of King Talor. God, it's crazy. All right, so we're going to educate him too. Who's best to educate him? I mean, I kind of want to have Macbeth continue to educate Duncan. That's what he was already doing. So let's keep that happening. I'll tell you what. Prince Matad is... He's also our uncle, so let's also continue to educate him. So he's got a couple of wards. And then open council positions, need a new spy master. Crap. Well, we now have a much worse spy master. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's not nearly as impressive as our old spy master. However, we are now getting a diplomatic boost. Or not a diplomatic boost, but a boost to our state intrigue again because our wife is no longer spy master. How is Christina's... Okay, yeah, Christina's not like the wife of the old king. Actually, wait. Let me just make absolutely sure. Yeah, because she's no longer queen. Because she's the queen mother. Hang on, let's have a look at this. King Macbeth. Yes, Cecilia is... I mean, she's not really the queen mother because she's our grandmother. Queen Mother Adelmode she is still alive. She's 46. She was our father's, who of course died at a very, very, very young age. He was 30. Okay, so that's happening. All right, let's unpause for a bit because it seems like we've mostly cleaned up. 8 titles can be created. Yeah, that hasn't changed. Hang on. Hey, the Petty Kingdom of Cornwall can be pressed, but not... It wouldn't actually come under our control because of that silly mechanic. I mean, I like it, but I don't. We've talked about it before. We have a new heir. If your character dies, you will now play as Murray Weeb. All right, so I'm guessing Murray got more votes. Unmarried heir. I mean, Murray is also strong, so I won't complain about this. But he... Hang on. Let me look at this real quick. Murray is my brother. Yeah, so he's also of our dynasty. Okay, that's fine. All right, we need to arrange a marriage with him. Let's look at... What about genius? Any geniuses? Ooh, geniuses. So we have a genius courtier. There's a courtier in Toulouse. Interesting. So she's already a really good character. Let me go ahead and... No. I didn't want to do that. Claremonda. Here we go. So she... Yeah, this could be an advantageous marriage for us. She's a daughter of a ruler down here. So we're going to go ahead and make that happen. Genius. All right. So we could potentially have strong genius babies, or a genius baby, or a strong baby. Either way, it's good. All right, so we still have additional forces coming here. Let's go ahead and march these guys in to kill this army off. These guys are still in shattered retreat. These guys, I can go ahead and unite momentarily. These guys, I'm kind of tempted to just keep them raised here in case any other shenanigans start up on this continent, because there's so many raiders happening right now. But, holy crap, so much has happened this episode. 25 minutes have already gone by. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one here, and in the next one we'll continue to see how this, excuse me, how this new rulership comes into play, with King Macbeth of Scotland leading things as he is. And, yeah. We're also going to take control of Durham, which will put us right next door to Mercia, should our efforts to take over Mercia in the coming generations be successful. So cross your fingers for that as well. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you also for your patience. If you are watching this series live, I appreciate those of you who extended a kind word when the schedule fell behind a little bit. Obviously, it's going to happen from time to time. I am quite busy, and my schedule is so full this particular season. It is insane. But I appreciate your patience all the more for it. And I'm glad to have you watching it. I'm glad to have so many of you offering good advice on the series. And I invite more of you to do so if you would like to participate. Or I also invite you just to be a part of it in terms of learning from the comments and asking questions of our advisors. Obviously, they're going to primarily be here to watch the series. I don't want everyone just suddenly treating them as CK2 experts. Some of them might not mind that, but that's really not my invitation to give. But this is a collective experience. It has been from the beginning. So please feel free to make yourself a part of it in whatever way you see fit, and we'll let it organically develop as we all desire, depending on what we want to do. It's been a lot of fun. So again, thank you for watching. Again, I release new episodes in Lord of the Scots every day at noon Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT minus 4, except for this one because it came out at 11. Got another one coming out in an hour. Yeah, GMT minus 4. Except for those of you that, don't live in the States. And comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in a bit.